And tonight's show is going to be packed. We have a lot of weird things going on and overhead, so stick around. We'll be right back. Everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including What is going on, guys? It's Adam, a.k.a. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. If you've never been here before, this is a live call-in show. Tonight we'll be taking calls at 224-400-MARF, but we'll also be going over a lot of stories, which, in turn, we actually back up on our website. You can go to marfooglenews.com on a second device. It's very easy to navigate. In fact, you just look for this thumbnail, the final meteor, and you will see that the last flash. Once you click on that, you'll see that we back up everything we say with a source and with a backup article. So again, you can go here with the second device and read along, or if you want to finish, or you want to see a video and investigate it, if you want to look at it on your own screen, that would be done here on marfooglenews.com. Again, on the right side, if you want to support us, including Amazon link, you can click the box over there and do what you're already doing now and support us. Otherwise, all of our affiliates there are there as well. Just to let you know, if you're not getting notifications from the algorithm gods, make sure to check on ours. You can actually sign up for our push notifications on our website, marfooglenews.com. You can also sign up for our email list for our SHTF list as well. If you're new here, you might not know that we have at least 500 active and retired military. That was, of course, before our platform went down. But again, we have those folks telling us all sorts of different things, so we try to keep everybody updated the best we can. A lot of that is done through our website. Now, again, make sure you know that nothing in this show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone else with the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, let's bring in Dex, my co-host. He is going to be taking calls tonight at 224-400-MARF, and make sure to press option 4 to get Dex. Dex, what is going on? And let's do a sound check.
Hello, Adam. I am here, and hello, Foogle fam.
Which brings me to the next step. By the way, guys, thank you so much all for being here. It looks like we have already a good chunk of folks here. Thank you. It looks like at least 1.6 thousand over on DLive. I can't see YouTube for now, but thank you guys all for being here. Looks like Zippy Moon's already popped in with a Ninja Guinea. Says, Merry Christmas. God bless us all. Thanks for everyone in the Foogle Sphere. I've never heard of Foogle Sphere, by the way. That was a good one. Sapphire Sajan, thank you for just following. Everybody, welcome. If I ever say somebody is new, make sure to follow them. Make sure they are welcome here. Make sure they feel like they get the full Foogle welcome. By the way, a lot of people lately, because we have a lot of new people, have been asking what Marfoogle meant. Honestly, it was when I first started, when I was doing videos out of my car, and it was something that rhymed with Google, and I was just kind of spitballing with a coworker, and I said, Google Marfoogle. There was no real meaning to it. And the other thing is that I was wanting to come up with a name that was not a real word, because then one, you are the only, and like Q-tip. Q-tip didn't exist. People now think of cotton swabs as Q-tips. It is not a real word brand. It's something that's unique that there's not a lot of. Again, there's not a lot of. There's a couple Marfs out there, but not too many Marfoogles. Anyways, to get right into it, we've got lots of things to cover tonight. Just crazy stuff going on. By the way, make sure to follow the Twitter account. I'll be retweeting a lot of very important tweets. Of course, we're monitoring about 6 accounts right now of government folks there, and man, there is a lot going on. Very well could be a lot more. Dex, by the way, we are looking in the next, what is this, 2 weeks, I guess? Not even 2 weeks. Yeah, about a little bit less than 2 weeks, and we possibly might see some of the craziest stuff go down we have ever seen. And that can actually be backed up. So we'll go over that on the website. We're also putting out an article, Dex. Myself and Dex were going over the Facebook story. Basically, Facebook is desperate and really pissed off at Apple because Apple is going to do an update that's going to let you know every single time that your unique identifier is used on your phone. Basically, it's going to tell you every single time it is using your information for a personalized ad. And they know that if that happens, they update it. They're trying to push back, and it's already been pushed back because of all of these developers, aka advertisers, that basically say this is really bad. They're saying that it will ruin small business. No, what it will ruin is the surprise that, nobody knows how many times they're being used and how many times their phones and their devices are being invaded. Again, this is something that is critical to, people on the one side, right? If you're a small business buying these ads and you're like, gosh, these work so well. Well, that's because they are invading privacy and they are listening and looking at things. They very well possibly could be looking into your SMS messages. We found that out from the Congress hearing. So really crazy stuff. But we'll go over that. Dex is going to do, he has an article already ready and ready to go out. You guys are going to, obviously, if you don't know about that, make sure to check out that article. I'll be doing an article on space, so check that out at marfugelnews.com. Now, this is kind of confusing because right now it says there's 9 critically injured in an explosion at Baltimore BGE building. Roof partially collapses. It says that at least 21 people were taken to area hospitals after an explosion at a Baltimore gas and electric building in downtown Baltimore Wednesday morning. Eyewitnesses told WJZ that they heard and felt a large explosion just before 8:30 a.m., then saw scaffolding fall from the building on the 100 block of West Fayette Street. This is pretty crazy. If this is... Dex, is this picture of the... I guess that is what they're calling the scaffolding. I don't know what you call those things, but the window washing scaffolds or whatever. Is that snapped or something? Is that part of this?
It looks like it. That's part of it.
Jeez, that's crazy. Imagine being on that. That's like out of a movie. That's straight out of a movie where 2 of the cables snap and it's hanging by the one cable and they are getting in through a window. It's 2020. You just never know. It says 2 contractors who were cleaning the building windows were left clinging to the remaining scaffolding on the Lexington Street side of the building for about 30 minutes. It says they were later rescued by the fire department's special operations team. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, we're going to need some advanced people in here. We need the SWAT team. We need the firefighting special rescue operations team. Tell them to bring a hammer or a large hard object. Yes, we need to break a window. It's going to be extreme. They broke a window. Why would they sit there for 30 minutes when they're in front of multiple windows? It doesn't make too much sense. They even have tool belts on. Pull something out and break a window. That's what I would do. That's just my opinion. What would you do? If you were stuck and 2 cables have already snapped and you are sitting there looking at 1 or 2, would you not break a window within the first 30 seconds, let alone sit there for 30 minutes? Just saying. Maybe I'm not seeing the full context. By that picture, it looks like there's a window about every 2 feet. I possibly, unless they're bulletproof windows and it's a government building, I mean, it is a PG&E or a BG&E building, but I doubt that they did that. In fact, they probably maybe double pane at most for isolation or insulation. But it says they were later rescued by the fire department's special operations team who broke a window on the 10th and 11th floor and pulled the men through. A total of 23 people were rescued from the building. 21 were taken to area hospitals for treatment. Thank God. 2 people refused treatment, I guess. It says of those injured, 9 are critical and 1 is in serious condition. First of all, by the way, Dex, is this first one, is this the one they don't exactly know what the big boom was about? Is it, or is it the second one?
Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is they still don't know. I haven't got an update yet, but I think that they did say, or initially they were saying it didn't look like natural gas. So then the question is, well, what was it?
And if it's not natural gas, what about those 2 guys that were super sketching? Like, oh no, I don't want to be looked at. No, my arm hangs like this all the time. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to see a doctor. No doctors, no police, no fire. No name? No, I don't have one. Left it at home. I would check out those two guys. Just saying. The building's roof also partially collapsed. It says the good news is that most of the building was empty due to the upcoming holidays and the... It says firefighters swept the building after the incident to make sure no one else was inside. So it sounds all in all that not too many people got hurt. It doesn't look like a T attack or anything like that. But again, now they don't know. It says BGE said that they do not believe the explosion was gas related. Isn't that kind of funny? Because this is the building... This is, let's see here. Wouldn't it be, I mean, isn't it kind of ironic that it's a gas and electric building? And I would think that they would be able to pretty quickly rule out, like, yeah, this isn't a gas thing. We're only the gas people. But you wouldn't think, this isn't like an industrial place. This is like an office building. So, I don't know. Obviously, they're like, no, we're gas experts. No, not gas. Anyways. Pretty crazy, and there's more than this. There's all sorts of stuff going on right now. The International Space Station can't stay up there forever. Will privately run commercial replacements be ready in time? It says it has good bones, as the real estate agents would say. Sleep 6 or more, upgraded bathroom, gym, indoor garden, parking for as many as 8 visitor vehicles, and you can't beat the location. 240 miles high with superb views of Earth. Truly all the best low Earth orbit has to offer. But after hosting a rotating cast of astronauts for more than 20 years straight, it says the International Space Station is showing its age. It sprung another tiny leak last month. The NASA is already shopping for a new spread for its astronauts. Now, remember the first time we covered this, about a year and a half ago, I want to say. It might have been longer. It might have been longer than that. There was suspicion that the Russians or somebody else poked a hole in it, and there was some suspicion that there wasn't the whole story coming out because didn't they say they plugged it with their thumb? Dex, am I wrong? You were with me for this, so it's got to be under a year and a half ago. They said that they plugged it with their finger, which, sends anybody who is not a Glober, it sends them into like, I told you, who would do that? That doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't. Do you remember that, Dex? And Dex is on the phone. That's all right. Thank you for doing your duty there. All right, so let's see here. It says the space agency is confident Congress and its international partners will agree to extend the station's life beyond 2024. It's always 2024. I'm telling you. What is the deal with that? Oh, but this one broke the mold. It says it's currently set to expire. On Friday, the Senate passed a NASA authorization bill that would extend it to 2030. But space is harsh, the station is aging, and at some point it will have to come down. What comes next, though, isn't certain. Under President T-Man, NASA has been scrambling to return astronauts to the moon under an accelerated timeline, but the first big test the incoming B administration will face in space could very well be the future of the space station. If it's retired without a backup, NASA would face an existential challenge, as one top space agency official put it, with no place for its astronauts to go. It says, I'm sure they'll have something, and even if it doesn't exist or whatever, they'll tell us that something pops up there. And Q, this is like almost like a setup so somebody can else hit the ball out of the park. They go, oh, we need some sort of space resort or something for the elites, and possibly they're really going to Greenland. Who knows? It says there are several companies working to develop a commercial space station, looking at a range of options that vary. A modern vision of the ISS, a station with modules that inflate like balloons, and one that would refurbish discarded rocket stages that are floating around in orbit. Which, speaking of which, I don't know if we ever got any updates, or if you guys did, please put it in the chat. What was that thing from the other night? Did that line up with the secret load that SpaceX was launching? I believe it was on Sunday, but it could have been somewhere else. If you saw the video, again, it's available on last night's show on our website, marfugelnews.com. It starts out as what looks like a regular rocket, and then it starts doing this crazy blue thing, and then it looks like the stages broke apart, but then both stages start, flying two different ways. And then one starts kicking out these crazy, it almost looked like a coiled snake of O-rings out of it and just looked like something out of like a sci-fi movie going through some sort of portal. It was wild. That's for sure. If you saw the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you didn't, go to our website, marfugelnews.com, sign up for our alerts, and make sure to go there every day to check back. And it says, as a result, NASA has been increasingly concerned that it could have a gap in low Earth orbit that wouldn't even be more consequential than the ignominious period after the space shuttle fleet was retired that left the space agency with no way to launch its astronauts to space from U.S. soil. Instead, NASA was forced to rely on the Russians for rides to space at a price that grew as much as $90 million a seat before Elon Musk's SpaceX restored human spaceflight. Which, by the way, that was for NASA this year. So think about that. The previous president scrapped the whole thing and basically made it. So now that we know that space has been weaponized, do you realize how dangerous it was for the previous president to not have to basically dismantle our way into space? No matter whatever you think of space, whatever's up above, to get way up there, to have those things up there, that is now, just because there's a peace treaty. What were they thinking? The other guys are going to put stuff up there that can do serious damage, and we've known this. And the military has known this for a very long time. In fact, Air Force had their Space Command, and they knew this. There was stuff going back 20 years talking about, Rod of God and these kind of things. So let me ask you this. Why would that president, why would they do that? Why would they not leave us a way to launch things into space? Is that like, teeing up an advantage for our enemies? Like, are they ahead of us up there? And then when the current one was here, they were like, what's going on? Why are we so behind? Why did we decommission all these things? In fact, they were set to decommission another carrier, and we covered it. They were like, no, pull that out of the scrap. We're running that for another 10 years. I believe it was the Roosevelt. So what was the deal? And just so happens that, back then we didn't know, China's catching up and surpassing us. It just so happens all those things were slated to be scrapped. And it just so happened this year, the China Task Force, according to Congress, says that the military, the Navy, China Navy, has surpassed us in Navy size. In fact, they are the world's largest Navy by 70 ships. Coincidence? I think not. Anyways, what do you guys think? Why just this year? Is that crazy that just last year or earlier this year, apparently, we didn't have a way to launch? We had to go to our pseudo enemy to launch our stuff into space, including our secret weapons. And does that make sense why this year, since SpaceX has been launching all these secret loads, is that why? Would we ask our enemy, say, hey, can you take this secret load and not look what's inside? Or did we do that? And they did look inside. And they were like, oh, hey, let's reverse engineer this technology and weaponize space. And then 2 years later, DOD will be like, Russia and China have weaponized space. Who knew? Anyways, alien hunters discover mysterious signal from Proxima Centauri. Now, I've been talking about this on Twitter and different places. So obviously there's a techno signature, and we've had different kind of scenarios like this before. But let me explain this first, and then I want to kind of talk about something that's really crazy to me. It says, it's never aliens until it is. Today, news leaked in the British newspaper The Guardian of a mysterious signal coming from the closest star to our own, Proxima Centauri, a star too dim to see from the Earth with the naked eye. That is nevertheless the cosmic stone's throw away at just 4.2 light years. Found this autumn in archival data gathered last year, the signal appears to emanate from the direction of our neighboring star and cannot yet be dismissed as Earth-based interference. It says, raising a very faint prospect that it is a transmission from some form of advanced extraterrestrial intelligence, or ETI. It says a so-called techno signature. Now speaking to Scientific American, the scientists behind this discovery caution there is still much work to be done, and it says, but admit that the interest is justified. So they're basically saying, this is not 100%, but there's enough reason for all of us to be looking into this. It says it has some particular properties that caused it to pass many of our checks, and we cannot yet explain it. So there's been several things, but they usually kind of come up later and they say this doesn't, this is why it's not, or this is not. I want you to think about all of the things that have come to light over just the last couple years, and all of the constant bombardment of stories basically getting us used to the idea of extraterrestrial life. The Navy video being clarified as, yes, that was a UFO. And yes, those pilots and that audio was real. They were saying this defies physics, if that is real and indeed real. And we know that they could, in fact, confirm that that tic-tac object was moving against our laws of physics. Then that is pretty crazy alone. But then before that, just before that, they told the entire Navy, hey, don't worry about looking stupid. Please report any UFO technology you might see, any sighting. You need to immediately go to your superiors and tell them about it. That was naval-wide. Our entire Navy was told, if you see anything, tell us right away. Before, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 25, 30, 50, if you said there was an alien, they might have you peeling potatoes until they can get you to medical. Now they are saying, we absolutely want to hear everything and anything you see. Why? I don't know. But what I do know is everything is starting to fall into place. Now, whether the very highest people, because we've talked to people that have high ranking and people that do have security clearance. And again, I want to say something. There were certain people, I'm not going to say their names but you guys probably will know who I'm talking about. There's a few people that are in the genre of saying, oh, we have this secret source and what do you call it? We have this secret source and this secret source knows this, and it's never them saying they know it. It's always the secret source. And they say aliens exist, ancient aliens existed, all of this kind of stuff. And to be honest, I always felt like they were just totally kind of making it up. After finding out some of the stuff, once I guess you talk to an actual secret source and you find out some of the stuff and what T-Man and a lot of these people, why they're saying the things they're saying, then you don't think it's so crazy. All of a sudden I'm like, wow, what if this person was right the entire time? Because the stuff that they're saying, our brains do not want to accept it. We don't want to accept anything like that, and it would flip the world on its head. But are they telling the people at the very highest levels this because it's part of a bigger plan that is very compartmentalized, say a false alien invasion or something like this? This is the theory, of course. Again, this is... the false alien invasion is not backed up. It is something that's been talked about on the internet for years. It's something that a lot of the head people have been talking about in that space. At the same time, those same people believe there is aliens, but they're going to use that or something. Recently, the Israeli former retired general and professor, somebody who has quite a reputation, said that not only are they real, but they have a contract with the U.S., and T-Man was about to declassify, which he did say, I'm going to declassify everything on it. Or, Dex, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't T-Man say, we're going to bring all this stuff out? And then what did you find about the Podesta stuff before this? We're talking about before T-Man, they were talking about declassifying some stuff. Dex, if you're there. We'll give him a second. I know he's probably going to get off the phone here. I believe it was emails. So can you just briefly talk about what you remembered about the Mr. Poe, Mr. Dest, Mr. and the emails before T-Man?
If you guys remember back before the 2015 voting thing that we did that starts with an E. I don't want to say it out loud. That right before then, there was a big hubbub about reveal about from Podesta and I think his name is Tom Delaney, the guy from Blink 182. They were really getting into the conversation publicly about disclosure and about bringing it out and telling people. And there was even a point where I thought one of them was saying, "Hey, we're going to do this as part of the the next administration or part of that administration," which didn't win. That's what I recall, and I remember seeing a lot of that discussion from him. And there was emails, if you remember all of the leaked stuff that came out from Shillery, that there was a lot of emails in there from Podesta about that topic.
So with that in mind and all of the other things that have started to happen, now all of a sudden we have to get to Mars and terraform it. We have to get to the moon. We have to do this. Now they are setting up defense systems around the planet. Starlink, which they, of course, is for internet. Now we are finding out officially, and we can back that up with, again, authoritative sources, including Elon, saying that part of Starlink, which I said right when it started, that it was more than just internet, was going to be an array of sensors that could detect extremely fast objects. And we're talking about hypersonic objects or meteors and or something that may be something that breaks our laws of physics, or at least try to detect it, right? So think about OSIRIS-REx, thinks about all about the thinks about it. I don't know. Thinks about it. I promise. The OSIRIS-REx, the Hayabusa, all of these missions that have basically kind of put this in that space. Think about the DoD coming out to us and saying that they have not only weaponized space. Think about China making a false moon and a false sun. All these weird things that have come out. The Sunspot Observatory getting shut down. All of the night testing saying that we're going to possibly lose power. Them drilling in the dark. That's a huge thing for all of the countries right now. Drilling with no power and no light. Why? What do they see coming? That's what I wonder, and that's what I ask every day. Knowing that something may be coming. Oumuamua, which if you look at the path of it, it doesn't matter if it's 3D, any kind of way you look at it, it's our first interstellar object, came from outside of our universe, came in so fast, swooped by, just happened. The first interstellar object that we see swoops by Earth and then speeds up. They said, oh yeah, it accelerated and left. And then out of the history of all of our lives, in all of our lives, this is the first. And then a second device comes in. Now, mind you, they named the first one Oumuamua, which is Hawaiian for scout. What the heck? And then we have Space Force. It's weird. And then Israeli command says that we have a contract with them, that they asked not to reveal that they are real yet because humanity could not take it. Hence, coming back to the programming, basically, this slow drip feed disclosure to where when they do say it, everybody's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. I've been reading about this every day. Like I said, that's the reaction they want for good and bad things, right? For anything that's privacy related, they want it to be drip fed out to you. The stuff above our sky, the grids, they want that to be drip fed. They want it to come out so slow that by the time it does, it's like, yeah, we've known that for years. Then you don't have a huge slap in the face and a gut reaction to be angry. You're not angry because you've been hearing about it, even if they're, theories, for years. Think about all the theories that we thought were crazy, or they thought were crazy 5 years ago. And now, look where we're at right now. All of the puzzle pieces are there. You guys can put it together. All right, I'm going to go over to the chat. Thank you guys all for being here. Revelation Skywatcher, thank you. How do you do that with your name? That's so cool. It must be something with the icons or something. Lily says, I need a joint. I don't blame you. Virginia Olsen, a dwarf planet coming. Watch Hush Puppy channel today. It says, I want the aliens to come here now, says Gianni Goddard. Space Latum says, saw a house today with all the stock-in savings hung out. I didn't see the rest of that. I wonder if they were outside. Let's see here. Aliens aren't demons or fallen angels, says Robert Romero. That's another thing. It would shake religion. Again, most people believe that, and then some people believe it is one and the same, that the aliens are angels, and that the aliens, by definition, is something, again, this is, if you look at the definition of aliens, God technically would fall under that category, just by definition, again. But what if the aliens that we are looking at is actually, God and angels and things like this? Who knows? Again, if they are beyond physics and beyond all of this, very well could be. It says, Rickalyn Dante, Words of God. Let's see here. We've got, has anyone seen the nativity scene at the Vatican? Terry Prada, no, I have not, but I'm going to check it out. I'm sure it's creepy. Occam's Razor, aliens were kicked out of heaven. I'm sure that a lot of people tell me to read the Lost Book again, that they talk a lot more about it. Let's see here. I have lots to say in the 3-year Sky ongoing Space Force, not military. I will tell you if you can. Prepper State of Mind. Heidi Doran, amen. Katie Untimey, what's going on? Sylvia Mendoza, no, God is not an alien. Again, I'm saying by definition. Dex, we were talking about that. By definition.
Well, yeah,
right?
I mean, just the English definition, if you're not from this earth, which would be anything that's not from this earth, then it's alien. But that doesn't necessarily, I understand when people say that you can't say God is an alien. I totally understand, and I'm not suggesting that. I'm simply stating that, in the traditional Judeo-Christianity religion, the God we believe created earth, so therefore he is not from earth. Right?
Well, yeah, and that's, again, it's something like people get offended by the word choice, but again, by definition, it's just a broad term there. It says they may need to test the system. Let's see. True God is not from here. Tanya Colgan Ramos. Muscle Whisperer says Anunnaki. This is his creation. Again, I wonder if there was a way that if it came out that they were 100% real, if that would... if there was some way that there would be a harmony, that would work out to the point. Like if it did come down and all these people came down and they were straight up aliens, and there was some way that it could work in harmony and not screw up Christian religion or any religion, mind you. I don't know. It's pretty crazy to think about. But what I do know is that the people high up and the people that are in these positions, the things that are being trickled down to them, they certainly believe it. They certainly believe that there are stuff above our head. Former DOD, 15 years, spent away from their family, somebody that we know. I basically got to ask yes and no questions, and I said, was he right? Was Paul Hellyer right when he said that aliens are as real as the planes above us? I said, would you agree with that statement? And I was only able to get a few questions out of him, but he said yes. And this person was incredibly high up during their terms, and again, still consult for them. And that's what he said. So Paul Hellyer, again, was the former Minister of Defense for Canada. There's been a lot of people like this Israeli man. What he said about what he stated was that I've got nothing to lose. A few years ago, they would have put me in a mental hospital. But he said, now I've basically been around. I've done everything I need to do. That's why I'm doing it. And people are believing him. So I don't know. Crazy stuff. Donna Martin says, we can't get along with ourselves, let alone beings from off planet. Yes. No, I see that. I understand that. All right. And if you guys, again, with all the stuff going on, I hope you guys are looking into EMP Shield. You can protect yourself against all 3 phases of an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse. If this happens, or a solar flare that turns into something else, up to 228,000 amps, you can protect yourself. EMP Shield is one of the companies not only mentioned in the DHS report, the resilience report on an EMP, but it's also the company that's worked with DHS, DOD, and now officially on the DEMSO team helping protect the Texas grid. This is Keystone tested. It's 100% American made. It's a veteran-owned business, but yet this is literally this is the go-to to protect yourself against EMP. So again, marfugelnews.com/EMP. If you use our code, you will not only get $50 off per device, because you can get one for your solar, your generator, your vehicle, your home, have all of those protected, and make sure that your devices are all good. Again, you can get one of those each. And help out the channel at the same time. It's much appreciated. Again, anyone who has ever worked with them so far will tell you that they're an awesome, awesome company. All right. Let's see here. Let's take our first call. Again, the number is 224-400-MARF. We're going to open up the lines here. We've already got some people lined up here. So let me pull up the info. And then Dex, if you want to let in the first caller and introduce them, we can do that.
Absolutely, Adam. Our first caller is Haley, and let's get her on the line.
And Haley is a first-time caller with an ISS video. And I got the notes on that. Let's see. All right, let's go.
And having a little bit of technical issues. Just 1 second here.
Okay, no problem. I'll load up the video. In the meantime, phone.
Yep, and we've got her online now.
By the way, phone
Hello.
alert. Blue skies. Phone alert tomorrow midday. Don't know what that is, but hi, Haley. How are you doing? And welcome to Marfugel News.
I'm doing great. Wow, I'm so blessed to be the first caller, first time. Thank you for having me, and thank you for everything that y'all do.
Well, so what is it that we're looking at right here? It says that there's an ISS live stream and Great Saturn conjunction.
So if you start about 20 seconds in,
okay, we're
and
right
turn
about
off
there.
the volume as well,
Okay.
because it's pretty loud. Basically, I'm a nerd, and I look at the live ISS stream randomly, and this was on December 21st around 10 o'clock. And I just decided to check it out. And I just heard a lot of talking going on, more than usual, and not usually what, I usually have heard before. And then I was looking at the screen.
Whoa.
And then I started recording my own screen. And that's why you can see all this weirdness on my video, because I'm not keen on that kind of thing. But I started seeing this on the screen going across for about 4.5 minutes. And at about 1 minute, 28 seconds, an even more interesting aspect happens, which it looks like it makes a portal. And basically that little, whatever this thing is, and that's why I called to get anybody's opinion on what they think it is that it looks like it makes a line at about 128, and then it goes through the line and out further past it. So I don't know, Marv, what do you think?
Well, oh my gosh. Wow.
Right?
This is an incredible catch.
Watch, you're going to see the portal right there. See it?
Okay, so
And
watch.
it shoots right out of it.
Okay, we're going to go back to 124 so you can see right here. Oh my gosh, it looks
I'm
like
getting
it goes
chills
in.
just looking at it. Yes. And then it attaches to the other light. It's very interesting. And I've never seen anything like it. And the words that they were saying also accompanying it, but like I said, it's really loud. Towards the end, we're saying that they had like 445 pictures or something, and at the place that they were viewing, because of the nature of it, that they would have to turn the cam off. And then I told my friend, hey, look, they're going to cut it off. And sure enough, they switched my view. And so I don't know what to say.
What?
But it just keeps on going for about 4.5 minutes. And at the 4.5 minute mark is whenever my screen switches and it kind of goes to my little phone screen, because I'm switching different, I started switching different websites that show the live feed to see if it was still there. So that's why I said
it looks like it's passing through the clouds or something, like it's traveling through the air or something. It's so weird.
I don't even know what part of the world it is, really.
That is so flippin' weird.
So sorry for my bad video skills and editing. I didn't edit this at all. I'm not very good at that. I'm still learning. I do art. I paint. But you can see, like I said, it gets really bright. About one of the brightest ones, I'm just looking at it with you as well,
Right
is
here.
around about 4.5 minutes.
Look at this.
Probably about 4:15, 4:30.
Look
It
at
gets
that.
really bright.
Watch.
It keeps going and then boom. Yeah.
It's like it went through a portal. That is incredible. What in the world?
I have no idea. And that's the first time I've ever caught something like this. I have other videos that actually I think I'm going to start posting to my channel. I have a lot of pictures, videos of actual things that I've seen from the ground up into the sky moving. But since it was the Great Saturn Conjunction, I said, well, if I can't see it over here in Texas, I'm going to at least look, up there maybe. And
Now-
this is what I saw.
Now, what was the other? Oh, wow. Okay. I think I found
It
it.
gets bigger, right? It gets really bigger.
And wait,
I'm
what was the
zooming in and out
timestamp?
'cause I'm
At 4 minutes
right
and
there.
something?
It goes right there.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm looking with you. About 4:15, 4 minutes 15 seconds. I know my video quality is great.
Well, I'm just
I
trying
was
to.
just zooming in and out.
I'm trying to, because it's vertical, so it's hard for me to
Right.
size it without. Holy moly!
And it just keeps on going. And it doesn't look like a fire. It doesn't look like a volcano. I was thinking of all those things. And it's because it's traveling across.
What in the world could that be?
I have no idea. And I can't even, like I said, I really don't know what part of the world it was. I started the video at 10:09 p.m. and then they changed my screen right there. So that's when you're going to see me go through all these different websites if you want to go ahead and.
Wow, that is
They did.
incredible. Incredible catch, Haley.
Yeah, they switched my viewpoint, yeah. And I go through all the other websites and they did the same. So it's like they cut it off basically.
And
So
they
I don't
talk.
know.
They talk about cutting it off in the audio on this video.
Yes. If you do closed captions, it won't be so loud. Or if you want to listen to it, outside of this. But yeah, they talk about some very interesting things. They also talked about a button with no name, which it's NASA. I've never heard of that before. Have you ever heard on NASA of a button of no name?
No.
Okay.
Now I'm super curious.
I was just listening in to some very interesting comms going on.
Let's see if. Oh my gosh!
And
okay.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
So I guess the audio is, and then you need to seal the ends of the cross tape.
It's just, right, that's them talking, and it's about 5 people talking at the same time, muffled, and then in different languages as well. And then at one point, it's also me telling my friend, like, come over here and check this out.
Hold on. Let me try. Let me see real quick.
Air bubble over it. And if needs be, also use duct seal. So start by removing the old film, vacuum that area, and when you're complete, call it.
Wait a sec. Oh my gosh! It says start by removing the old film and vacuum that area. Are they talking like code? Like we need to take this down
Right,
and
to
remove
the film, right.
Removing the old
And then it says
film.
445 pictures.
Also use duct seal. So start by removing the old film, vacuum that area.
Oh my gosh! And I think she's translating from Russian, and Rush is like saying she's roughly translating like, "Hey, clean this up." And I think
And
that
then if you keep on going further, Marv, it actually says because of the area that they are in or whatever, that they have to switch the cameras, and that's whenever it cuts off.
Please
Or
call
the
us, and
nature.
I will give you more detailed instructions on what to do next.
Come here. Hurry, come here. It's
And that's me telling my friends.
really interesting. Where they cut the
Okay,
video.
Capio.
What? Come here, come behind me.
So it's going to be similar
Look, this thing.
to what we already created. So yes, it's going to be similar. We're going to move one of the transition areas closer to the curve of the pipe that's going to the bridge. And we need to make sure that we have a very tight seating of the pipe and the air bubble over it.
Right now.
Is the material, is the bag for the film expected to be transparent? Well, you did for yesterday, we were using a thin film. My question is, do you think that film that we used to cover plane 4, did it change its position any?
There's a pool.
Well, you see, it had a life of its own. Not sure why it would cause its motion.
It has the life of its own.
Either
Wow.
I wasn't sure if the air was coming out of the vehicle from the fan, or maybe because I was moving around. I left it, and the videos and the photographs were being taken overnight.
Yeah, I've been recording it. Look, it's there.
We
Yeah,
need
look.
to watch the photographs
Still
on
going
GoPro. And place them on RSV. Okay, that is correct. We will take a look at the photographs to assessing its position. But just your question, do you think the volume under that film has changed, or no, we should wait for the photographs?
Look at the nose.
What is your feeling? I think it's the volume under the film is about the same. Okay, copy. There are 475 shots, photographs. So I did not have a chance to review them all, obviously. Okay, copy, I understand. And right now I'm going to, if we're going to work in that area, I'm going to stop the photography. Yes, go ahead and stop the photography. I think it's sufficient, what we've got at this time. So right now, please remove this film from 73. Use vacuum cleaner to clean that area, and then I will provide verbal commentary to you what needs to be done next. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, these like, she's like, I don't know.
I am starting.
Wait, she's like, I don't
Copy.
And then it goes, it goes to a different viewpoint right there at the
It
4:30.
has one more minute, about a couple 30 more seconds, and then it changes.
That is incredible. And then look at that; it's a totally
Yeah,
different
very
area.
interesting.
Oh, there's got to
No,
be
right
something
there.
there.
It's still the same. It's about 30 more seconds, and it changes. See, that's when it changes. But there were about 30 more seconds of flashing. So yes, I have no idea what that was. If anyone has an opinion, could have done, fact check it or something like that. I don't know.
Wow, that is incredible. Okay, well, we've made it available. You guys can get this video on our website, marfugelnews.com. Haley, amazing catch. It's people like you
Thank you so
watching
much.
constantly that catch this stuff, and this is why I absolutely love the Fugel fam. You guys are always watching out for this, and this is such an amazing catch. Thank you so much, Haley, for your call. And it's your first time call. Don't make it your last, okay?
Well, Marv, I'm going to be posting some more videos because, like I said, I do this randomly onto my channel, and I'm going to start uploading them. Like I said, I paint, so it's kind of like a paint channel right now, but it's going to turn into both. And I have some more videos of them talking about a button with no name, which is absolutely strange to me. And I have some other things from the ground up that I can also post that I've seen. So, maybe I'll be another caller at another time.
I would love it.
When I
Haley,
post them.
thank you so much for being part of the Fugel fam. Create Flow is
No
the
problem.
channel.
Thank you, Marv.
All right, you guys have a
And
great
thank
night.
you, Dex.
All right, good night. That was freaking stupendous. If you see it, and I don't know if it translated onto your screen, it was hard for me to zoom in because of the framing. Man, absolutely nuts. Dex, Did you get to see that before you put it up? Like, oh my gosh. Anyways.
Yeah, that was crazy. It really was.
It straight up looks like a freaking portal. All right. Okay. So many people to catch up with. Really, thank you so much for your massive support tonight. It says, Merry Christmas, Adam Dex and the Fugel fam. A $50 super chat. Thank you so much. Really. Your support of independent journalism is incredibly welcome. Thank you for helping us build. And then Wise Owl, love from Olipop. Love it. I love it. I did. Wise Owl, did you actually? Okay, so is Olipop and you the same? Because I remember Olipop. I didn't know if you changed your name or what. Eliza Nunez says, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for your generous support there. Koa D, what in the world? I don't know if that was a super sticker, but normally if you do that, you write a message or something. Koa D did a $100 super chat tonight. Thank you so much. Again, if you do that, write a message. In fact, I think you can write as long as a paragraph with that. But also consider if you did a mistake, if that was a mistake, remember to go and you can click on that if that was a mistake. It says, Ilea, thank you so much for your support as well tonight. You didn't write anything. You could have with that. Thank you, Ilea. I appreciate that. Alex G. Zeta Rex Orbis says, mind the difference between gods with a small g and God with a big G. If people know this, they will understand the broader things. Alex G., thank you for the comment. And Wendy Voss Hoffman, thank you for your support as well. Christian Moore says, God created all creatures big and small. They say no life out there, but they said no life in major desert. But if you flip 1 acre of land in desert upside down, there is life, just saying. Merry Christmas, says Christian Moore. I guess that I guess it's how you take the Bible. It has actually caused many, divides in single religions. There's people that are actually split up and divided in their own. Even if they follow the same book, they're taking it 2 different ways or 10 different ways. So I get what you're saying. Smoky Mountain Gal, Vatican Nativity, astronaut, Darth Vader, and supposed to be baby Jesus is covered with red cloth. But you can't see what's under the red cloth. Check it out. Ew. All right. Dex, could you get us a picture of the Vatican? I shouldn't have even seen the V word. The nativity scene so we can pop that up. Thank you, Smoky Mountain Gal. Awesome mod. Great Fugel fan member, VIP here. And then we have Barefoot Lass. Have a blessed Christmas, Marf. Mrs. Marf and the Munchkins. Well, thank you. By the way, I'll do a shout out at the end. But Ilea, there's some obvious things I do want to show you. I wish I could. By the way, Ilea did these name necklaces for all of my kids and my sister, and they are the most gorgeous things you've ever seen. Ilea, you got to give us a website. So, I don't know if you sell them publicly, but the way you package them and designs by... It is something that I would buy you would see in a Macy's, right? The packaging of your stuff was so beautiful, and it's hand bent names, and it's gorgeous. I don't even know how you do it. Thank you so much. We just opened those yesterday, I believe, or the day before. Thank you so much. Barefoot Lass, again, thank you so much. Liz Lamarche says, Merry Christmas, Adam Dex and fam. Blessing to you and yours. Be prepared, not scared. Absolutely, and we say it almost every single time. You have to look at things in a different way, really. Wise Owl says, Olipop on D Live. Wise here. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought you were one and the same, but thank you. And then Gone Girl 777. Thank you so much. If you are not here tonight, I know that you're on another adventure. I just want to say that we're thinking about you, and thank you so much for being a part of the Fugel fam, and we will never forget about you. And Veteran Steve, End Times, and there's quite a few others that Amy R that are on our list of people that have helped us grow throughout the years and have never missed a show. So when they do miss a show, it's pretty crazy, and it's usually because there's something serious going on. So I'm praying for everybody out there. I really am. All right, let's go into the next story. So the meteor that came over us over China more so. This is crazy. So again, with the nuts video, I have been telling you guys this, and this has gone up. We have facts. That's facts, yo, with the X. There are facts that back up this fact. Facts that back up a fact that we are having increasing not only sightings, but actual meteors coming into our atmosphere, and increasing videos of it. It's not just because we have more videos, because we've had videos for the last 10, 15 years, and we've had good cell phone videos, and everyone has had a phone for 10 years. So this is not why they're increasing. It is increasing because it is increasing. This is a video of an asteroid coming in, or a comet, I guess, a meteor coming in and flashing over China. Now, let's see if we can translate this. It says, sudden, a video taken by someone in Nanquin County, Yushu this morning, suspected that an unknown object exploded in the sky. Friendly reminder, the CCP released 4 small satellites yesterday. Ha ha. There are 9 out of 10. So that's pretty crazy. This person actually said, friendly reminder, the CCP released 4 small satellites yesterday. So is this a weapons test, or is that a meteor? That actually looks quite different than what I'm used to seeing on video. Look at that, though. Unbelievable. We also have another angle of this absolutely stunning video. It says, this stunning video, they called it a stunning video, document a jaw-dropping super bolide blasting over Yushu, Qinghai Province, China on December 23rd. What a crazy shot. Is that from a plane? That looks like it is a shot from a plane. Look at how they see the skies and the clouds. That looks like it's the voice over a radio. That's weird. Why are they on the plane in the first place? Were they expecting this? Like, how did they catch that shot? That's kind of weird. And look, disclaimer, we're still trying to find the original videographer, but not succeeded so far. I wonder why. Just saying. And then, of course, we have this angle. It says, our sky camera overlooking Guntersville Lake in Alabama caught a fireball in the sky at 6:04. Now, this is actually a different fireball. But again, this is the same day. There is a lot of stuff going on up there, and I'm telling you guys, this is only going to get crazier. Here's what I want to talk about. So, most of you guys know my opinion. You are totally welcome to have your own. I don't really care. From what I know and from who I've spoken to, I don't really care if people call me names or whatever else. I've had people say that I talk about the asteroid and the eventual coming of asteroids for views or this or that, when if you follow my channel, then you know we get about the same views every time. We are limited. We're actually limited in subscribers now. Our P-score doesn't allow us to get new subscribers. If we do, we actually gain 1,000 a day, but we lose 1,000 a day too, which doesn't seem like it should even make sense considering the loyal audience we have, how much they are sharing and how much they are bringing new people in. You guys have heard it yourself. It doesn't make too much sense. But what happens is people don't realize that they are actually unsubscribed, and we still show up in their feed because they're always typing in our name. But somehow they never check that subscribe button and they realize, oh, I'm not subscribed. We were consistent for years. So basically what I'm saying is we're being held back no matter what. There's no virality once you've gotten that kind of bad score. It just doesn't happen. The last video that we had somewhat viral, over 100,000 views, was the floating on a boat. And that was only because a third-party website used it and they sent us traffic. So that was not through recommendation. It's really quite insulting when you see your suggested your recommendations go from 75% to 0. I mean, that's nuts. That's like saying, no, we're just not going to do anything for you. And that's sad because we are one of the best as far as, trying to keep things family friendly and clean and make sure that we back up our stuff. So I really would appreciate for this Christmas, your Christmas present to me and Dex is if you can share our stuff somewhere else. Just pick one place, somewhere other than the normal places you share it, other than your Twitter, maybe an Instagram or somewhere else, and share our stuff. We appreciate those who financially support, but more importantly, please make sure to share, physically talk to a coworker and say, hey, check out this show. They've got amazing stuff. They've got amazing callers, everything else. Thank you in advance for everything you guys do for us. And if we get taken down, fight for us, please. Because we've helped over 1,000 channels get monetized and 1,000 channels get to 1,000 or more subscribers. I would hope that some of those channels would back us up if we do get taken down for any reason, whether that be saying the V word and the, or something on accident. We shouldn't be scared to be able to speak our mind, and that's sad. People need to step up. If you guys want to help us in a different way, though, and protect yourself against cyber prowlers, then it would highly be recommended you get a virtual private network. A virtual private network stops data logging. It stops basically what Facebook and all these other guys like to do, and governments, the Chinese governments. This stops a lot of that. What it does is it puts your IP somewhere else. It basically is like stealth mode. It also is one account actually works on 6 simultaneous connections. So your laptop, your cell phone, your kid's laptop, your kid's cell phone, your husband or wife's, whatever combination you want. If you are using public Wi-Fi, you need to have this now, yesterday. marfugelnews.com/VPN. Again, that will help us, and you get a huge discount, giant, up to 70% on a 3-year plan. All right, let's get into the next caller. Smoky Mountain Gal says, Vatican Nativity. Thank you so much. Again, Backwoods Ingenuity, waiting for one of those countries to make a mistake, a meteor asteroid, for a nuke, and accidentally kick off mutual destruction. Merry Christmas, Fugel fam. Much love. Yeah, Backwoods, it's happened. Another thing that people think is that the UFOs or aliens, because they're always sighted around nuclear facilities, that they have stopped it or something, like that we have launched back and forth, but the aliens nuked it. In fact, no pun intended. A lot of people say that somehow UFOs stepped in on the Hawaii situation, or at least that's a couple of the theories I've seen out there, saying that that's why all those people saw the flash at 8 a.m. on Hawaii, because there was one, but it got, Supermaned or whatever, put in a bubble and whoosh. I don't know. But what I do know is there's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. Katie Jensen says, love your content. Thank you, Katie. That means a lot. We try really hard. Again, Dex is behind the scenes soon. We'll have a better setup for Dex as well to get on here. Liz LaMarche, thank you again. Al, thanks again. All right, let's, by the way, I want to say a big thank you. Let's see if we can. All right, we'll pop that up in a second. I'm going to head over to DLive and say thank you after this next caller. Daniel Hollendeck, first-time caller, talking about the S-500 Prometheus can destroy everything. Russia to unveil missile systems next year. And there's a video that goes along with this. Let's get them on. Daniel, you're live.
We're getting Daniel on the line. I just want you to know that.
Hold on. There's sound playing. Hold on. I'm glad I had that down. There it is.
Pictures are available, so maybe after Daniel can pull up the pictures from the city in Rome.
Okay, thank you. And luckily the sound was off. I got the picture of that, but there was a audio from one of those meteors playing. So let me load this Daniel video, and then will you get them on? Daniel, you're live. Or Danielle? Is it Daniel?
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man? So I was just on YouTube before your show came on, and I was watching a video came across about how you said the S500 Prometheus.
When you turn it through from one end, you will...
Yeah, you're going to want to skip to 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay, 1 second.
And, yeah.
I accidentally copied and pasted the wrong one, so 1 sec. I played Create Flow's video real quick. Okay, now I should be pulling it up. You said 3 minutes. Hold on, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Let's see.
What it's capable of doing, and I think I can say it, but it's basically at one part they'd say it can even shoot down a meteorite.
This is what the Russians are saying.
Yeah, this is a report. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly who it was from, but I think it just says military TV or whatnot. But yeah, I was just watching it, casually, and all of a sudden they said it's capable of shooting down meteorites, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I know you've been talking about that subject recently, so.
This is exactly what I said. All of the countries are developing these anti-meteor. They're all coming up with defense against this, and still people don't see it.
Yeah.
Good catch on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this is the video. It shows kind of the 315 is that is the S500. Is that what they're called?
Well, yeah. So this is what it's showing you is basically the system that they use. It's kind of a variety. Basically, what you're seeing is how it's a basic missile system. And then also, like I said, in the closed caption that they have, it actually says it. So, because I know you can't play the audio, but basically what they say is capable of taking down hypersonic missiles or what those type of things. And then also right after that, it says capable of taking out meteorites. So that's where I just paused it and I said, hold on, what?
Hence why they needed hypersonic in the first place. That's why they needed hypersonic. It seems like that it's the most obvious stuff is the stuff they go, oh, but no, it's actually not. It's don't look at the actual thing. Just listen to what we tell you it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So this was just like I said, a random video I came across. A lot of these videos are on my on my page, but I just was blown away that came up on the video, and I was just kind of shocked. So I sat here kind of debating whether or not I should call in or not because it's my first time calling, but I'm glad I did because hopefully it's useful information.
Again, right here it says complex globally, which can shoot down even meteorites. Right there. Mm-hmm. Well, again, good catch. Daniel, this is a great catch by you. And again, this is proof that other countries are trying to develop things that can not only do harm here, but also do harm against these meteors coming our way. Well, thank you so much for your call. It's your first time call. Don't make it your last, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Daniel. All right. That was Daniel H. and first-time caller out of California. Dex, so I got the image here. What do you think of this? Did you check this out? Let's see here.
It's the first time I've looked at it. I've heard about it, and I sort of roll my eyes just because everything from that part of the world has just been nuts for the last, under its current leadership, and I've not been very pleased with that leadership. So I didn't really take much stock into it. But when I looked at the pictures just now, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, especially with what we've been talking about. I get it. They're probably saying they probably had some. Or I didn't look up the background on it. It's probably somebody was doing art and it's their form of interpretation, but this is crazy.
What in the world is this? Okay, so wait a second. I thought somebody said that it was like.
Oh, there's plenty of pictures. I got you a handful of them.
Okay, it's like a goat. Well, that's symbolic. Okay, so let's see here. What in the world? A camel. Let's see here. And this is at the VAT. This is at the VAT.
Is that a spacesuit and a alien looking thing?
What in
Or
the
is that like
flippin' world? Are you kidding me? What? I mean, how? And what is this woman doing? Is she playing an instrument, or is that a snake charmer? Is that like a? There's a guy that's. What in the world? It looks like this guy's handcuffed with a guy kind of pushing him like a tribe. It's an astronaut, and he's behind him like, hey. What in the world is this? What is the deal with the Jesus with the lines across? Is that... Have you figured out what that is? Is it supposed to be like some sort of worm or something standing up?
No, I haven't decoded any of this.
Is it made out of bones? This is so weird. This is at the VAT. I can. And then there's a mountain in the background. Let's see here. What are these? The numbers here? There's like certain numbers of pebbles on here. This is super creepy. And then
there's a gematria thing in there too for you. One of the pictures, probably the last one.
I saw, yeah.
There's a name. So the first name on the left is actually the name of the scene. They gave it a name.
Monumental
that's why
Nativity.
They played
Wow. What is this though? This part, what is it supposed to be a rib cage or something? Like 2 rib cages? Oh my gosh, I just had a thought, like alien rib cage, human rib cage. And they and apparently the alien's rib cage is missing a bone. I knew Manson was an alien. But I don't think they had the same reasoning for removing the bone. That is flippin' weird. All right, well, what do you guys think? Have you decoded it? In fact, if you want to decode this and let us know, hit me up on Twitter with your decode of what you think this means. I'm going to be looking at this with a broader eye. To me, it looks like a set of ribs and a set of ribs. Is this supposed to kind of... And there's a strap. Is that strap supposed to be there? Because you'd think for art they would have a better way to... I don't know.
We had a jet flying. Did you see that?
No, I did not. What in the world?
Delta Dawn said, "A Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year, Adam and family and Dex and family." And that's so awesome from Delta Dawn.
Okay, 1 second. I got to pull this up. Delta Dawn, thank you so much. That is... Do we know what number Delta Dawn is? Is that 19? I think that's 19. There's only a small handful of people that have done that. That is the largest compliment you can pay somebody on DLive, and we appreciate it. And it
21.
is 21. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Delta Dawn. We so appreciate it. Again, your name will be on a special list, and we are going to make. We might possibly even make some art out of it. So thank you. Let's see here. Let me go into this. I don't want this. Hopefully won't have sound. Okay. And then let me go over here. London says, Blue Messenger Angel says, good catch. What did Blue Messenger Angel say? I want to know what the good catch was. Ribs, yes. Paula McLennan. Doesn't that look like ribs? I'm sorry. And hip bones. And it's 2. Like, is it saying that they're modeled after the same thing, or you know how they say in their image? I'm just trying to think of why the artist would do that. What symbology do they mean? If you guys get me. So far, by the way, it looks like Delta Dawn is our #1 contributor tonight over on DLive. Delta Dawn, that is absolutely gigantic. Thank you so very much. And then it looks like Kelly2334 is right behind. Thank you, Kelly, and thank you for being on that board so many times. There's only a small handful of people that really do go above and beyond, and we appreciate it more than ever right now, especially through everything that's going on and trying to expand. So can't say enough. And then End Times. I was calling you out. I didn't even know you were here because you and a small handful of people have really helped us, even though you know that you don't have to. Gone Girl 777 is back. What is going on? Gone Girl is number 4, and thank you as well. Thank you, Gone Girl. And whether you're here or not, we always shout you out, and I'm praying for everybody that's not here. I really am. And hope that your adventure was a good one. And then let's see here. We've got right behind Toss Dare, Zippy Moons again on the board. KF Property, El Luna 3377. Thank you, and thank you. And then there, some new names there. Lisa 7722 and Tower Bear, of course, many times on that board. Thank you, Tower Bear. Super appreciate it. Equivalent of a Ninja Genie there. So thank you, Tower Bear. All right, and let's get moving on. Why Americans will be demanding the proof of the V. This is some scary stuff. It says you've received the V, but can you prove it? The answer to that question will help determine how the global economy functions for the next few years. Why it matters? Well, the federal government will probably neither mandate nor encourage digital immunity passports or other proofs of V. But privately operated digital certificates are already being developed. It says, and U.S. law means that anyone who gets V'd here should be able to obtain the proof that they need. It says the big picture, your employer has a clear interest in knowing whether you have been V'd, as do the immigration staff in any foreign country you want to visit. Many workers, from nursing home aides to opera singers, will have to have a clear desire and even need to be V'd before doing their jobs, which means they'll need some kind of proof of V. It says what they're saying is, quote, those who get V'd deserve more freedom. Just to read that one more time. Those who get V'd deserve more freedom. That is the statement. And again, I don't know why they quote it. Oh, no, actually, that was wrote by FT's John Gapper last month. What do you guys think about this? This is straight out of Songbird as far as passports, about passes to go places. Very creepy. And I can see both sides as far as, there's people that are going to say, if it is this, then yes, we would want to protect this and that. Then I see the other side where this is actually becoming something that is controlling and completely recording everything that goes on. What do you think? It says, quote, there is also an urgent need to restore confidence in travel and mobility, says Paul Mayer, CEO of the Commons Project, a group attempting to build a global platform for proof of V apps. Apps! You think Songbird is fiction. Songbird is prediction, not fiction. Telling you, this is, and it doesn't matter if whatever's there is real or not, the situation that comes out of it will be. So that's what we say. Just be prepared for change. Please try to keep it PG in the chat, because they can also judge on your stuff as well. But I hear you. Oh yeah, I hear you. I see you. I see you, bro. We be doing like this. I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever. What do you think about that? Is it right or is it wrong? Why is South Africa's new variant so scary? UK bans travel to SA. It says, why is South Africa's new variant so scary? Well, the UK has banned travel to South Africa, where newly discovered mutant that's even more contagious is driving massive second wave among young people. That's okay. It says South Africa is suffering a powerful second wave of CV caused by the new strain of the disease similar to the British variant, which is feared to be more contagious and driving a surge of infections among young people. Because currently young people do not worry about this because the numbers of the 99.5% came out. They're like, who cares? You know, it's more dangerous driving to work. Even if you're 40, it's more dangerous driving to work than, that. Or if you're 50 or 60 or 68 or 69. Once you get to 70, then it's like as dangerous as driving to work, right? But some stuff is going to change. One thing I have said since the beginning is if there had to be something that they weren't telling us. Like, did they see the future crystal ball and say, well, this one's not bad, but the next 3 and after it mutates 4 times, then it's going to be so bad that it wipes everybody out? Could they, with today's technology, detect? They would then, that would explain all the secrecy and weirdness and all this kind of stuff. They had to have been lying somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Or hiding something massive. Because why else would they do all of this for what's there? Now, sure enough, and we said this, we said it, we can pull up, I'm going to try to go through the old shows. Do you guys remember us saying that our sources said that it was going to rotate and change? Even callers said that. The gentleman who called in and his wife is a world nurse, travels around the world, different jobs. And she said that this thing has gone around 3 times and that what they're worried about is not this one, but the next one. And once it mutates, it will mutate into something far, far worse. If that is true, right? I know that there's plenty of ways to look at this. Again, most people in my real life know my views on it. But I always keep an open mind. I always watch. Always watch. And I always watch the fear. 19, UK confirms 2 cases of another transmissible variant linked to South Africa. So there it is. Again, if you want to read the rest of this article, you can. Dex, is there anything you want to highlight in the second one that you thought was important? Doesn't look so. Okay. Let's go to our next caller. And then again, thank you guys. If you want to support us in a different way, marfugelnews.com/EDEC. If you don't want to be tracked and traced, again, EDEC is the best way to do it. Again, this is a Faraday bag. This is the same bags that they've one of their customers is FBI and different agencies like that. They use these as evidence bags, but they also use it as protection bags against anything. This can protect against, in fact, you put your keys in there, that would protect against something like an EMP as well. So smaller objects, this is kind of like a Faraday bag. And then again, this means that no signals will be going in and out. You can also get one with a window, the tried and true utility that they've making for over 12 years. That one, you can actually access your devices. Make sure to go check that out, marfugelnews.com/EDEC to get a savings. Make sure to put in Marfugel. All right, let's get to our next caller, Dex. Looks like we have on board. Let's see here. Looks like we had some buffering here a second ago. Thank you guys for letting me know. Kelly2334, thank you, and thank you. Jeez Louise, thank you for all your support tonight. You didn't write anything, though. That's okay. Let's see here. Clay B says mutations are bound to happen. All right. It looks like we have Jordan B. Bear. Jordan B. Bear. Dex, I cannot hear you or Jordan, so I don't know if it's an issue on my end or what is going on here. I see Jordan's on the line. No? Let's see here. Dex must be something. All right. Well, either way, let me make sure that I'm seeing both sides here, and then let me see. And somebody said jets are flying, which is absolutely insane. This is the last flash, turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash, turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash, turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Tower Bear is who did it. Thank you, Tower Bear. You are absolutely amazing. You are already on the crazy list, so thank you so much. In fact, you might be on the crazy list twice now. So thank you so much for your huge and massive support. I appreciate that. I know Dex does too. If we can get him on the line. Don't know what's happening here. I'm going to make sure and check that something didn't happen. If a nuke didn't hit Georgia or something. Huh. So he... Okay, can you hear us now? Maybe it was the cord. Something's going on here. Dex says we are here. So what could... Did the cord just crap out or what? How weird. Yeah, they don't want that to get out, I guess. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Chat. All right, so Dex, I'm trying to troubleshoot here. If I pull this out, I can hear you through the computer. So let's see here.
Hey, Adam, can you hear me through the computer?
Yeah, and I have to unplug to do it. Hold on. Keep talking if you can.
Sure, I'm just hanging out here with Jordan. We've been with you one way. It's been fun.
No, that is so weird.
Computer there. I did have a comment. I can bring this up later when you have the moment about the CD stuff, especially the way the press is portraying this information. I think it's kind of interesting.
All right. Well.
I'm testing again. 1, 2. Mike Jack from Jordan and Georgia. We're both here. Yes, I'm here. A lot of line noise. That's cool.
Yeah, I know, because what's happening is I don't know if one of the jacks just went out or what. Can you try talking right now? I don't know how. I don't know if... Okay, let me try. I got one more thing. I'm going to have to unplug something else. Let's see.
And we're
Okay, try talking now. That is so weird. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to do something else then. I don't know what's going on here. So, trying to think if there's anything. No. It's got to be the jack from the computer then. How would that even happen that just like all of a sudden? Let's see here. Let me do this. That's weird. Okay, Dex.
Okay, I'm here,
Adam. Let me put the mic. Let me put the mic, I guess, to the computer then. It's a good enough mic and the speaker's good enough to actually hear it. So hold on.
Let's go right to Jordan, and I'll reserve my comments till later if we get that figured out. Okay.
All right. Can you guys?
We're still here and we're still talking.
Well, the sound is because I just turned up my mic. Can you guys hear Dex? Dex, can you talk real quick?
Yeah, I'm talking and I'm going to monitor it on the other side. I am testing 1, 2.
Okay, you guys should be able to hear a lot of kind of feedback. Let's get Jordan.
It's a little low, but let's get Jordan on. Yeah. And Jordan is actually here. So Jordan, take it away with Adam.
Hello, Adam, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. I don't know if everybody at home can.
Okay, well, did I start talking, or?
Yes, go ahead.
You want to fiddle with something?
It is good. So I'm just gonna have you do your part here, and then I'm gonna try to do some more fiddling with this, and just make sure to talk loud.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't get stage fright often, but I kind of got butterflies right now, especially with all those technical difficulties. But I was just calling about prepping and like prepping ideas. Like I just live with my wife and my 5-year-old son, and just kind of some advice on maybe what you would recommend as far as prepping. Like, we're not rich. I mean, we're not broke though. Like, I would love one of those EMP shields, but I mean, we can't really afford one of those. But like, I try and get an extra gallon of water every time I go to the grocery store. You know, cans of food. Like, I don't know. What do you think for, you know, families like us that can't afford much but can't afford some? Like, what do you think?
All right, so again, I'm going to pull you away from there. So I absolutely have a great suggestion for you and everyone else watching. There is somebody called Alaska Prepper, and what Alaska Prepper does is he does a payday prep. And what payday preps is that he basically every payday, and he's not somebody who's rich. He's not, he's like me. He's a small creator. What he does is he takes his every 2-week paycheck from his normal job, and then he puts just a little bit into prepping, and he shows you how to get affordable, good preps that are going to last a very long time. And he's really, really good at it. He is not only really good at what he does, he is a very kind and generous man. He is always doing things for others. Again, just a really great guy. Make sure to go over, check out Alaska Prepper. But Jordan B. Real, I am so sorry that this is your first time. We're going to have to get you on again, too, for a normal call in. Back to you. Is there one more thing you want to say before you go?
Stuff going on, but yeah, just thanks for, you know, everything you and Dex do. Not just you and Dex, but the whole, you know, Fugal family. Like, not just me, but anybody that's, you know, having a bad day or whatever, we can just pop into the D-Live chat or whatever and say whatever's on our mind, and there's always somebody there to, you know, lift our spirits a little bit. So just, you know, thank you, thank Dex, thanks, you know, to the whole Fugal family. You guys are awesome.
Well, hey, Jordan, be real. I'm actually going to let you know, I would love to have you on the show again when we're not having technical difficulties. I don't know how that happened. Nothing changed. But either way, we'll figure it out. And Jordan, I'd love to just have you on, and I'm sure there's more for you to talk about, and I'm sure you would be able to pull out 50 things that you want to talk about. Would you be willing to come back on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. And I appreciate you calling tonight. Please be safe, be prepared, and Marv out.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
And Adam.
Yeah, go ahead, Dex.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was Jordan. He's in D Live. His name's Jordan B. Bear, which probably got cut off and shortened. But that's Jordan B. Bear for those folks who know him in D Live chat.
All right, they were gonna have problems hearing you as well. I just, I don't know what happened there. That's very weird. Very weird. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. Sorry about the noises, guys. All right, Dex. Well, luckily we didn't. I don't think. Yeah, there was no calls after Jordan. We're gonna have to. We're obviously gonna have to fix that. I mean, like, that's actually a problem I've never ever had. Not this problem, at least. Dex, I wanna thank you for all your hard work tonight. I believe that there is.
And Merry Christmas.
Yeah, there is an article that we're gonna just leave be for now. I appreciate you, Dex, and you're my internet brother and my sensation from another vibration. I just don't know what the hell that was, but whatever. Dex, Cherry Fails says Joe got jabbed at 3:22 p.m. on 12/21. 12 days later is 1/2/21. UK announced mutation 12 days after first jab. So it must be Joe. Barefoot, Cherry Fells, I will look into that. Barefoot Lass says, special shout out and Merry Christmas to our marvelous mods. Great shout out, Barefoot Lass. Our mods make this on both ends of the platform an amazing place for people to be and an amazing place for people to actually enjoy themselves. Every single mod that is there is somebody I have been with me for a long time, never miss a show, and people that I trust. Again, that is amazing. Hailstorm says, thank you, Marf, Dex, and Fam mods for having a place to share, learn, and be comfortable doing so freely. Long-time watcher, first-time caller, create flow. What an amazing, amazing call. So if you want to know what channel that was that had that crazy ISS film, the screen name is Hailstorm. You can say thank you for calling in to Hailstorm. And then Don Delaney with another just massive support of the show. Thank you, Don Delaney. Again, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. And you didn't even write anything. I don't know if that was a super sticker or what, but thank you so much. Thank you for supporting Independent. Survival Living says, fam has always got your back, Adam, and Merry Christmas. Thank you, CFP, aka Survival Living. If you guys haven't checked out Survival Living, great channel. That's was Central Florida Prepper. That gentleman has legitimately a good head on his shoulders. I loved his fire kit. He actually sent me one of his fire kits. He is somebody who's actually doing something out there, and it's really amazing. Thank you so much, everybody that supported tonight. Thank you for everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties. This one I've never had before. If the actual jack on the computer went out, we will find something else out. But I'm using all the USBs. I'm using everything. So Dex is a tech expert. We'll figure it out. Thank you for all of the suggestions. Great video, Hailstorm, or AKA Create Flow. Make sure to check that video out on our website, marfugelnews.com. And check out those tweets. If you want to see any of the videos, anything that we showed you here today, you can access that on marfugelnews.com. I will be playing a replay of this whole show over on DLive in just about half an hour, or about 45 minutes after the shoutro. First, though, I'm going to be saying thank you to the people that matter most. You. It's a shoutro. It's not an outro. It's not a shout out. It's a shoutro. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. One with the Jordan B. Bear. First time caller and we had technical difficulties. Gotta see it like now we got it to the T. Barefoot last in the Hailstorm BB. Create Flow with the Donna Delaney. Gonna bring it right back, survival living. Real brainy with the backwoods ingenuity. Do what everybody really wanna do to me. Hey, Katie Jensen, oh wise Al. Les LaMarche and Barefoot Al. Maybe it was oh wise or allow. Gonna bring it back like Jeremy LaPow. Oh, gotta do it like this. Gotta bring it like Chris. Gotta do it like Christian Moore. Do it right, Wendy Voss Hoffman Moore. Gotta bring it, gotta sing it, gotta do it, gotta ding it. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Turning everyone, including Bob, into ass. Virgin, look at this with the Vatican images. Oh God, that crazy one with red cloud covering up, baby on the Jesus. Bring it on, that's it on the Vsauce. Now you see it, now you don't. This is the last flash. Ba ba ba. In the comic moon, Angela M, everybody swoon. With the Simulation 7, haven't seen you in a while. Robert Ellis and Bear Lee got some style. Able-bodied and the Rickolin do it just good. Oh, now Frank James, Sweet Rems in the hood. Zadnato Pazel and the Glotto, Gentle Moss Gazelle. I gotta bring it right back like my name is Giselle, or maybe Giselle. Bring it right back, can't spell. Sweet Rems and Clashton going down. Yo, maybe HP, maybe everybody else.
window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. Virgo news, where are you? Only news I use. More Virgo news. I'm looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. I'm gonna bring it down. Lisa posting and knows me now. Greg with nose in me loud. It's so intriguing going bow. Sylvia Mendoza, bring it back and go closer. Debbie Cook and Joanne Holmes doing everything they want him back. Bring it all the way down. Gonna bring it all the way. Gonna do it just like Jay. Jay on that on the tape. Pause it, 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 pause it. Kiss the sky, alternative me. Apple Bus and Mr. C. Craig on Johnson, Lisa Post. Go and now I got it closed. Muscle Whisperer, got to see her. And Yazali are gonna bring everything down and down and on. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. Looking outside of my window, seeing a crescendo. I'm not going out there where apocalypse wrong. Virgo news, where are you? Only news I use. More Virgo news, more Virgo We'll be on the pandemic. We'll be on the pandemic. Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. Got drink go background, but walking go never but red one go pocket. That y'all got at some free. Doing it at like got go me. Dave Carter doing on fake late. Bring right back now, take it crate. Charlin on back red, gon' bring back red. Gonna be a little bit embarrassed. Standing on good red, lead on up red. Gonna go back, now we're gonna go get lit. Be a bad mascot, take the mask off. 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 Be a bad mascot, take the mask.
file. Going back around Jimmy on the Jim dial. On the hesitantly dreamer and the still we need a lane. Gotta quit going back around and listen on me first cocaine on the gum bone dimmy. Breathe on marrow on the do it on the good back. Alright, let's make a fresh one, y'all. Let's make a fresh one we've never heard y'all before. This is a good one. Turn that off. Turn that off right there. No. Gotta redo it. Turn it down a little bit.
life is better on stills. Says make it breathy. Let's do a funky clav.